The eye in the sky. The government's watching. They all see you. You're being watched. I'm sure you're seeing this everywhere because we've been hearing this. Facebook spying on you, TikTok spying on you, everybody's spying on you, everybody wants your information. Well, when I first started my awakening, I thought everybody was watching me. Everybody was out to get me. It was scary, very scary. And at the time, there were these drones in the sky. There was literally hundreds of them above the pond behind my house that were in the sky at night. Like, I don't know if they were just doing testing or what they were doing, but it was crazy. It was so loud every night, and I'm showing it to people and they're not seeing it the same way as me, and they're like, you're crazy, they're just planes, they're just this, they're just that. Well, no, there was a lot of them and they were right above the house, and it was really crazy to see that stuff, and I'm wondering what is going on, and then I started hearing about, events that were taking place. I ran into, the whole nebula and, the planet that was going to hit the Earth, and gosh, I look like a crazy woman telling people, hey, this planet's going to hit the Earth, because there was so much coming at me, so much information that I wasn't really, I was just believing everything in a way, like not wanting to discount it, because, what if it was true? So I started prepping, I started stocking up on foods and supplies and camping gear, just all this crazy stuff. And this was many years ago. So I've come a long way since then. But now, you still see that stuff everywhere, the same stuff. Everybody's spying on you, and you're thinking of something, or you're talking about something, and all of a sudden it comes up on your phone, or it comes up in the ads, while you're on Facebook, or while you're on YouTube, or a YouTube video comes up about something you were just talking about, or even thinking about. Well, guess what? We are slowly getting our powers back. And you don't really know it, but we are so powerful that we're not going to get our powers all at once. We're getting them a little bit at a time. We've always had the power to manifest. We've manifested every single thing that we have in our life right now. When you want a car, you manifest it. You have an intent. You think about what you want, you start looking for it, and your mind is focused on it. Just like when you buy a house. That's how intention works. Intention is what actually manifests things. And, well, the whole thing with the eye in the sky is that because we're in like a big show. This is like a big stage, just like Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage, because it's true. We are all actors on this big stage. And you think about it, when you go back in time, and look at our timelines, look at things like proms and Christmas and Easter and just all these things. Even the trends, the trends of the 80s and rock and roll and so many things, like toys that have come out. We can remember toys, we can remember Toy Story and Woody and just like all these crazy things. And we've been going through all this stuff together, like experiencing the same kinds of things that the Matrix has been throwing at us. And so when I say we're all in this together, we are all living these unique individual lives, but yet we're experiencing the same timelines and the same things together. So anybody could put something up and say, oh, remember this, and we're all like, yeah, I remember that, That's because we're all in this show together. And, you know, when the show's all over, everybody's going to take their final bow. It's crazy because you look at these people that you think, oh, I can't stand him and I can't stand them. And that whole division thing, it's a distraction, but it's not a distraction by the government. It's a distraction by the Matrix. And it's like testing you, but because if you're still grasping onto the whole politics and the Trump this and, you know, then you're still in the Matrix. And you may not even be ready for this information that I'm giving you. But there is an eye in the sky because we're energy. We are fractals of energy. We come from a main source of energy, but we're like a big ball of one, and we all split off and said, okay, we're gonna go to Earth and participate in the show. And in the show, we all play certain parts. We all follow a script, but we get choices. We get limited choices, you know. But we do get choices, and those choices determine, you know, which direction our life is going to go. And it just kind of continues on from there. And we've been doing this hundreds of times, the same lives, you know, over and over again. And each time it might turn out the same, it might turn out different. There's always going to be things that are different. So not all of energy is on Earth. You know, not all of energy split up. There were just certain fractals that, you know, it was the best of the best. Let's put it that way. The best of the best came here to be on Earth to participate in this crazy show. And you can tell, just look at the headlines and the things that's going on. Things are getting crazy, and they're so crazy, like, it's so unbelievable, but yet it's a big show. And the people that aren't participating in the show, they're watching us. They are all watching. That's who's watching. That is what the true eye in the sky is. Because the eye in the sky, they can plug in anytime and see through your eyes. They can see through your eyes and see what you're seeing. They can feel what you're feeling. They can experience what you're experiencing. But they are not in the game. But everybody is excited about this. So when people talk about the eye in the sky and you constantly hear about the government this and government that, there's no government anything, because it doesn't really exist. Those things that are happening in the government and in politics, those are programs that are running. They were all just programs. And if you know, fall into the trap, which is a matrix trap, politics is definitely a trap. It's going to make you believe things are happening. It could happen to you. You could manifest that. And it could become your reality. So try to kind of think about that a little bit, and then start listening through some songs and stuff, and with that perspective of the eye in the sky watching. And then the more songs you listen to, I guarantee you're going to start seeing that they are singing exactly the way that I'm describing this to you. They're trying to tell you that the songs are singing to you. When you are driving down the road and you have a certain feeling, the song that comes on the radio, that song is telling you what you're feeling inside. So if it's a really good, feel-good song, then you know you're feeling good. If you turn on the radio and it's a depressing song, that means something isn't right with you inside, and you're not feeling right, because everything that we put out comes back to us. So keep that in mind when you turn on the radio. And one great way that I experienced this originally is I started pulling up songs from the 80s and 70s just for fun on YouTube and pulling up the lyric videos and actually reading the lyrics. Wow, that totally changed everything for me. You will learn so much by doing that. I highly recommend doing that. And that will be a big start to changing your life, guaranteed. So I just wanted to throw that in because it just came to me, and I just really wanted to share that. So yeah, and maybe you can leave a comment if you do it and just kind of let me know your experience with it. I would love to know. But that is what the eye in the sky is. That is the true eye in the sky. Don't be fooled by the Matrix traps. Okay? Bye.